Welcome to the Intelligent Contact Center of Contoso Power, a fictitious company distributing power to thousands of customers. What sets Contoso Power apart from the rest is its eye for customer experience. One of the multiple touchpoints Contoso Power has with its customers is via its contact center, where calls are screened, routed, assigned, and analyzed by Azure OpenAI GPT models in an effort to reduce wait times and transfer times. Let's take a peek at the dashboard where key metrics such as the number of customer calls and average wait times are displayed. At the bottom, we see there are currently 5 active calls in the queue, alongside the caller's number, priority status, and wait time. New inbound calls automatically join the end of the queue, while calls could technically be placed into other queues. Let's keep it simple for this demo. As a supervisor of the contact center, I could pick up any of these calls, while an individual agent may only be able to pick up calls which have been assigned to them. Because the caller appears to be an existing customer, and our IVR, the interactive voice response system, has verified the identity of the caller, I know who's on the other end. And now let's pick up the phone and join the call with my customer. Hello there, it's Olaf speaking from Contoso Power. How can I help you today?
Hi, Olaf. I have a power outage at my house.
Oh no, all right. Could you let me know the address, the location where you are reporting the outage?
Yeah, it's 2 Dorian Street, Rose Hill.
2 Dorian Street, Rose Hill. 1 second. So it looks like there are several outages in the area. I've got one here near you, which is probably why you are affected. So the 2 Dorian Street outage looks like there's already a technician on site and he just scheduled some repairs. Those look to be completed within 2 hours, and that is the only update I've got for you at the moment for 2 hours until we have that restored for you.
Thank you. That's fantastic. Can you check how I can find my account number?
Yeah, just a moment. Hold on, MJ. Looks like I've got you in the system already. Perfect. So I've got your account card here. The number is 1234567 8. Have you got that written down?
Yeah, I do. It's a good thing I don't have to go to an AER or something like that, which is what I was told.
1 second. I'll just have a look. All right, MJ. It looks like AER stands for Australian Energy Regulator. So no, you won't have to go to the AER for those details. I can always supply them to you, and if they change, feel free to call back and I can point you to the new information.
That is
Is
fantastic.
there
Thank
anything
you.
else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Perfect, Olaf.
Wonderful. Let me just sum up the call here and we'll let you be on your way.
Yeah.
As the conversation evolves, the live transcription is taking place, instantly offering the agent a sentence-by-sentence written breakdown with confidence scores. Think for a moment of the accessibility benefit this provides for agents. With real-time transcription, we instantly unlock a raft of new capabilities. For example, gaining context into the conversation and expanding for more detail if required. Although not shown in this scenario, the moment the caller rings and the IVR categorizes the call based on its intent, the context helps the answering agent understand what the call is about without asking the same questions again and again. The same is true when calls are transferred. In this case, the receiving agent quickly sees the one-sentence summary and can expand for more details as needed. Of course, most contact centers structure the way calls are handled. For the most common scenarios, agents are typically trained on the best path to resolution. And based on the category of the call, as categorized by AI or determined by the agent, the appropriate scenario-based playbook appears conveniently to the right. Now we all know conversations are dynamic, situations uniquely challenging, and it won't always be possible to predict the path to resolution as a new operator. In this instance, industry-leading GPT-4 models work with the caller's context, previous call history, and scenario playbook to provide several closed or open-ended questions to keep the conversation flowing. If I need to consult with a colleague, I may put the caller on hold at this point, which starts to play their favorite song or genre of hold music. Alternatively, I may receive a recommendation from the AI to escalate the call to a supervisor. In this case, I may decide to transfer the call entirely. In either case, if I don't know the answer to a particular question, no problem, because I have connected the same knowledge base accessible to Contoso Power staff into our contact screen. Having indexed publicly available information from a leading Australian energy provider, I can quickly find what I'm looking for. Usually, one or more expert systems like CRMs, GIS outage maps in the case of Contoso Power, and more clutter the already demanding screens of agents. So why not bring all the relevant information together in one easy and decluttered place, the place the agent is working in already? Finally, I have made several notes during our call, which are all relevant for the CRM, or at least next time the customer calls. Now that I get ready to wrap up my call, I have an option to summarize and end, a process where once again the dynamic conversation is summarized into the situation and the outcome in a few short words. If I'm happy, I can save this now. But what I would like to do instead is send my caller to the survey. This ends the call, prompting my customer to enter their satisfaction score on a scale of 1 to 5 using the keypad. It gathers and analyzes everything and finally disconnects the call. My call is now evaluated, and the agent feedback can be reviewed afterwards. For now, though, the details, its transcript, the recording, and so forth, are published into the call history. This is the end of my interaction. Or is it? Because Intelligent Contact Center is configured to automatically follow up with the caller by email or SMS, providing my customer now with a breakdown of the recommendations that I have made over the phone and ensuring him or her that Contoso Power is always nearby should they want to discuss further issues. To close out the demo, let's see how we go about configuring the Intelligent Contact Center for Contoso Power. The first thing to note is that the solution comprises of several Microsoft Azure resources working in tandem with one another. Most notably, we have chosen Azure Communication Services to provide our calling capabilities, agent queues, and job routing. As an admin of the contact center, I supplied the name, website, and company context used to ground the Intelligent Contact Center's AI. This information is used in follow-up communication, for example. In the IVR settings, I have enabled the option for callers to be greeted with a spoken sentence of my choosing. In this case, I am also capturing the caller's intent. We need this to intelligently queue the caller and surface priority calls, for example, in the case of a life or death situation. Each agent has a capacity, and each channel, think voice, email, social media, has a capacity cost per job. This means an agent can, for example, handle either one call or 5 concurrent social media chats. Depending on the agent's capacity and the communication channel, incoming jobs, such as new calls, can be routed based on criteria. In this case, my capacity is not depleting and I've turned on my availability. I can also see that my supervisor assigned me to the default queue. Now let's review how calls are routed. We either let the Intelligent Contact Center evenly distribute calls among agents, assign the longest idle agent, or use attributes like spoken language or agents with the highest CSAT score to route demanding calls to appropriate senior agents. For example, the likelihood of customer churn could be handled, if it's higher, by a more senior agent. This is also where new call queues can be created and agents assigned. Call categories can be configured and typical resolution paths or scenario playbooks provided as shown during the in-call experience. As a supervisor, I may need to suspend agents to prevent calls from being assigned to them in the first place, or manage their capacity as they operate across multiple channels. Finally, in the post-call settings, I have turned on the call summary and provided a custom generative AI prompt to aid with the summarization process. Additionally, I have opted to enable agent feedback, attributing various customer service items to the call visible for review by the agent and their supervisor, and combined with any customer satisfaction ratings received after the call. The Intelligent Contact Center can send email or SMS messages to the caller to follow up with them and perform additional experience surveying based on the variable sample percentage. All in all, the Intelligent Contact Center combines industry-leading technologies, models, and agent experiences into an interactive, web-based application protected by Entra ID or other identity providers, allowing it to be accessible from anywhere. The Intelligent Contact Center is available on GitHub, free of charge, and ready to deploy.